welcome to titaniumtalarstarot, and today I will be doing a how can you help yourself, others, and the world this week video, okay? So for this I'll be using some concepts from Superconscious Education brought to us by Chris Duncan in his program Superconscious Education. And I will also be using an oracle deck out myself, which I named the Action Oracle. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, let us get into my insight. So my insight for today is all about listening to what you are getting and acting accordingly. Now, what do I mean by that? Listening to what you are getting, as in listening to what you are perceiving, listening to what you are seeing. Now, you might be seeing blue jays, you might be seeing beavers, you might be seeing animals. That is your sign from spirit telling you something's up. And that spirit wants to tell you something. Or God, or your angels, or your ancestors. Or whatever, right? Or higher conscious. Or your superconscious. Whatever. Now, what was I getting at? Listen to what is coming. Also be attentive to things. Basically be attentive to your intuition, what it is bringing to your consciousness so that you can act appropriately. Because if I'm going to give you an example, a story, okay? So there was, how am I going to say this? Okay, so biblical times, right? God would send signs, right? And synchronicities for people to notice and for people to see. So let's just say at some point a flood was coming, and so they got the first wave, they got the first news, and first wave of people left. Okay, then they got another hint that the flood was coming, and so another thing left. And there was like one person, I'm paraphrasing here, but there was one person who was like, no, that was it, no, God is gonna save me, right? So he got first news that there was a flood coming, and he said, no, God is gonna save me. So I was like, okay. They let him be. Now, a second thing came to save him. But he's like, no, God is going to save me. Like, okay, fine. Do as you wish. Now, third time, something came, like an even bigger sign telling this individual, like, you got to leave. The water is rising and going down. But this person's like, nope, God is going to save me. And then what happened is he got pushed up to the roof and he drowned. Now, he's in heaven. Okay. This individual is in front of angels and they're like, what were you doing? We sent you 3 signs and you still stayed. Hello. I'm paraphrasing, right? So basically, that's what it is. These signs are your spirit team telling you it's time for you to move on something. Okay? They might not be as clear cut as a big ass sign, like, I am God, listen to me. But they're pretty self-evident if you listen. Okay? So that was it for my insight. Alright, now, the way I'll be dividing this reading is with the 9 orientations that were brought to us by Christopher Duncan. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, let us get into the cards and concepts. Another part of my insight is that when your body tells you something, okay, for some reason, I'm guessing the energies are like crazy at this point in time, because my body, I have rashes. I've got like bumps. They look like bites, but they're not exactly bites. They're like, I don't know if it's because my body is Like, that's how it is reacting to the energies. But I have like bumps that look like bites, but they're not bites, they're just bumps on my stomach, and it's itchy. So, I mean, listen to what your intuition is. Listen to what your higher self is telling you. So, I'm going to talk to my doctor on Tuesday because it's Canada Day tomorrow and tomorrow's Monday. And I am going to get an appointment to get it checked out. Even if there might not be a thing, something that physical doctors can do, I will also energetically heal my I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it, but I'm gonna try and energetically heal it. Okay, so that was it for my second insight. Now, that being said, let's begin with the first group of individuals who are my perfectionists. The individuals who intuitively know how things should be done in order for them to turn out great. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my perfectionists, please come forward and share how can they help themselves. And you got rebuild confidence. You can help yourself by rebuilding your confidence. I feel like something knocked you out of your confidence for some reason. Now it's time for you to rebuild it. Alright, so now how can my perfectionists help others? And you got work with others so that you can best help them with what you are good at, which is knowing how to do things in order for them to turn out great. So if you work with them, I feel like they'll listen to you more instead of telling them what to do, which was how I was when I was a child. I would tell them what to do because I instinctively knew. One of my intuitive styles is that I just know things. And because I've had multiple past lives in authority positions, in places of authority, I took it for granted that people would listen to me without having the actual baggage to back it up in this lifetime. So it kind of backfired and bit me in the ass, so to say. And so take what I say with a grain of salt, please. But yeah, work with others so that you're confident, so that they are more prone to listen to you and more prone to want to take on the changes that you are suggesting to them. Okay? So now on to how my perfectionists can help others. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for that. Why am I shuffling today? Angels and guides, anyone for the highest good, who has a message for my help. Perfectionists, please come forward and share how can they help the world. And you got dumbfound, surprise, pattern, interrupt, reframe their thoughts. I wrote there wrong. It should be THEIR. But in either case. So my perfectionists, how can you help the world is by surprising them, dumbfounding them, like shock and awe. That is my go-to when I want to really surprise people. I use shock and awe, because I'm like, I know I don't look it, but I was hit by a car and I know what to do if you ever want to get out of a sticky situation. So that was it for my perfectionists, okay? So now on to my helpers, the individuals who intuitively know how to assist anyone in any given situation at any time. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my helpers, please come forward and share how can they help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides. And you got confess. Confess something. Confess what? I have no clue. Just let someone know. So, my helpers, the way you can help yourself is by confessing something to people, letting them know what you actually think. And I feel like this is a little bit out of out of character for you, because you're more like, I want to help others, I want to make sure that they are good. But in order for you to really help them, you need to first and foremost be vulnerable yourself in this situation. Okay, now how can my helpers help others? Well, if confess is how you can help yourself, I wonder how you can help others. Go somewhere new. Go somewhere new. I'm also getting do something new. Like try a new way of doing something. In order to get to a wanted objective, try and do something new. Go somewhere new. Do something new. Say something new. Like, for example, in this situation where I am mainly a helper, I have, and interestingly enough, the first card was confess, right? So I feel like I'm going to have to help others. I'm going to have to be honest about how I kind of alluded to this, right? I'm going to have to be honest about how I feel, what I want out of the interaction, and so on and so forth. So that was it for how my helpers can help others. Now, how can my helpers help the world this week? And you got expand. This is kind of tied into how you can help others, because you are expanding their mind, you're expanding their consciousness, you're expanding their understanding. So you see, how you can help others is go somewhere new. Now, you don't actually have to go like a new place. You have to go. You can take them to a new place cognitively. You can help them understand something different. And just by allowing, like stretching the boundaries of their consciousness, I feel like you're going to create so much change in this world right now, which is amazing, which is great, because I have I am going to talk to a mentee of mine this week. I'm also going to meet up with a friend of mine. I feel like I have something to tell her or them that will expand their mind, which is basically what I'm here for. So that was it for my helpers, all right? So, and by the way, as a coach, I am a helper. What I mean by that is when I'm coaching people, I am helping them be a better version of themselves and for them to push their boundaries. So I need to be their guide through that change, which is not easy for others to do alone at times. Okay, so that was it for my helpers. All right, so now on to my achievers, the individuals who intuitively know how to set goals and go about achieving them one by one. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my achievers, please come forward and share how my achievers can help others help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my achievers, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. What? Okay, I guess my deck wants to talk. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my achievers, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. And you got flow with. Which is number 49, which breaks down to a 13, which breaks down to a 4. Which is in numerology, 4s are very stable, very, it's a stable number. It also showed me what I saw in my mind's eye was the 4 of Wands, which is happy home, happy wife, happy life, happy emotional, happy everything, right? So if you want to achieve that 4 of Wands situation in your own personal life, you need to flow with, you need to work with, you need to work with others. You need to not only work with others, but you need to, what am I trying to say? You need to try to get along, if that makes sense at all. If not, ask questions and it'll be my pleasure to answer. Now, how can my achievers help others? You got trust in the magic of the universe / God. Dun, dun, dun. Achievers generally like to get things done, but I feel like when working with others, you need to understand that there is an aspect that is out of your control and out of their control as well, because you two are two different individuals coming together to work on something, and so you are going to have to negotiate, and it won't be 100% pleasing all the time, but it'll be 80% pleasing. 80% of the time you will be pleased is what I'm getting. Okay? Which is more than the passing grade, by the way. It's great. So, now how can my achievers help the world? And you got have standards. Have standards. Don't allow anyone to just walk in willy-nilly into whatever it is that you're offering, because, and I'm picking up on a coach of mine who during, he told us during your discovery calls, you need to first make sure that you are the best fit for the person that you're working with. And I can relate to that, because I've had some mentees who are not exactly my cup of tea, but there's a big ass but here. The big ass but is B-U-T, is that the best forward movement comes from the most difficult situations. So those mentees that are difficult, that you can't really comprehend, like you feel like it's always a clash between titans whenever you talk, those individuals, like for example my middle mentee at this point, all right, she is the one who gave me the most grief, I have to say, and I'm going to be honest, but she is also the one that made me more confident within myself and all that jazz. So you need to take this with a grain of salt, okay? So that was it for my achievers, all right? So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my individualists. The individuals who intuitively know what to place in the center of attention, how long to keep it there, and for what aim and what purpose. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my individualists, please come forward and share how can they help themselves this week. And you got let go of, overlook. I'm getting this image of a fan who is crossing a few boundaries, was like overstepping, and you're like, okay. It was interesting that I was just talking about my middle mentee, because my middle mentee was pushing my buttons at times, but having had my buttons pushed helped me become a better coach, because it also taught me where my limits are and to push my limits, and to it also helped me to like reiterate what I needed to do in order to become a better coach with different types of clients, not just one specific type of client. I mean, it's good to be able to fine tune and to be able to work with one specific, the niche that you're working for, yes. But until you figure that out, you need to be able to work with pretty much anyone, right? So that was it for how my individualists can help themselves. Now, how can my individualists? And look, it's number 1. That is cool. Number 1. Anyway, That was for my individualists, how they can help themselves. And now how can my individualists help others? You got bless them, and yes, bless them, because this was actually what was talked about in church today. It's easy to give thanks for what's going good in your life when it's going good, but when things are going wrong, you should be thankful for what you're getting anyway, because there will be a silver lining at the end of the tunnel. You might not see it now, but there is definitely going to be a silver lining at some point. All right. So, but this is relative to what I was mentioning in regards to be thankful for what you're getting, even if you don't necessarily like it, because you can't see how it's going to help you right now. But this is bless your enemies. Want the best for your enemies, okay? Because it might be the best thing for them, but they might not see it. And if they are not ready to see it, I mean, it's going to feel like torture to them. So you're basically helping them and helping yourself at the same time. Okay, so that was how my individualists can help others. Now, how can my individualists help the world? And you got be vulnerable. That's what I basically did, I think, in a little earlier in this video. Be vulnerable. Let people in. Let them know. Be yourself. Just show them that you have a different side to you, because they might know one aspect, but you have many other aspects that they don't know about. And I feel like if you do let them in, they'll be more, not indebted, but they will like you more, because they see the real you. They see the honest you, and they want to spend more time with that. Okay, so that was it for my individualists. All right, now on to my investigators. The individuals who intuitively know what to research, how long to research it, for what aim and what purpose. All right, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my investigators, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. And you got, take it as it comes. My investigators, I feel like you are researching something. Now, this might not be a research project. This might not be a project. This might not be something that you're actually researching, like in a lab, but this might be something you are researching in everyday life. Now, I know that when I was trying to get a handle on my impulsiveness, I was researching how I became impulsive, what made me become impulsive, what was the situation, what was the surrounding circumstances, why was I doing this, and all that jazz. It took some time, but I can tell you I'm super proud of myself for being able to manage my own impulsiveness, my impulsiveness moments. It was so gratifying when I was able to say, wait, that's me being impulsive, and I stopped myself, which was yes, even though it wasn't like that big a thing if I had done it, because I was the only one there to notice that I had stopped myself from being impulsive. But just by the fact that I noticed it and that I stopped it, I was like, yes, good girl, type of situation. All right, so I feel like you're at one level in something that you're in an objective that you're trying to accomplish, my investigators. And this is just saying, just take it one moment at a time. Just take it as it comes, and you will see slowly but surely you'll get to where you want to get to. So take it as it comes, one step at a time. Okay? Ooh, look at that. It's number 26, which breaks down to an 8, which when you put it sideways, an 8 looks like an infinity sign, you know? Yeah. So in any situation, all you can do is take it as it comes. Okay? Because you never know if something is good or bad until you've experienced it. Until you've experienced many aspects of it. Alright? So that was it for how my investigators can help themselves. Now, how can my investigators help others? And you got look for something new. Look for something new. Are you okay. So I'm thinking of my someone I know who is actually a PhD student. Let me write this down. Who himself, PhD students have to teach their teach students, or I don't know. No, he has a master's degree at this moment, so he's teaching students. That's part of his job to get his PhD. And so if how you can help others is look for something new, I feel like there's something that you're doing that isn't really how should I say it? Fully panning out. I mean, there's something that you can do better. Not that you're doing a bad job, but I feel like you can do it better, is what this is saying. Alright? So that was how my investigators can help others. So now on to how my investigators can help the world. And you got rap. Well, it could just be rapping. Rap a present, rap a song, rap like food. Why am I hearing enchiladas? I don't know. I don't know. You're gonna have to figure that out. Do you wanna say it? I have no idea. Wait a minute. So I decided to take out the mini deck to clarify with the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. That is, I don't know if you know this, but I love the Four of Wands. Anyway, so, okay. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my investigators, please come forward and clarify how my investigators can help the world by rapping. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my investigators, please come forward and share how they can help the world by rapping. Please, God, angels, and guides. And you got the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, wrapping up a project. Putting on the finishing touches. Putting on the finishing touches to a... Okay, this is just funny. You can't make this up, okay? This rap card is number 16. 16 breaks down to 7, right? And what card did I pull? The Seven of Pentacles. What? I mean, I'm sorry. It's just quaint, okay? I'm gonna say it. It's quaint. And coinky dink, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so that was it for my investigators, alright? Now, on to my loyalists, the individuals who intuitively know what to stay loyal to, how long to stay loyal to it, and for what aim, and what purpose. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good. I might have repeated myself with that, but please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my loyalists. Please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides. Oh, anyone from the highest good. Too many cards. Too many. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my investigators. Please, loyalists, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. And you got move forward. Move forward was about well, I mean, it's move forward is number 60, which breaks down to a 6. And in tarot, sixes are good, right? Every 6 card is a good card. Every card from any suit that is a 6 is a good one. So move forward. I feel like, and I'm getting the image of the 6 of Swords, which talks of moving forward. Moving to calmer waters. So move forward to calmer waters is what I'm picking up on. Leave the drama behind is what I'm getting. Okay, so now how can my loyalists help? Okay, so my loyalists, if you want to help yourself, you need to move away from the drama, even if sometimes you feel like in order for you to be very loyal to what it is that you want to protect, you need to be a little dramatic and use your conviction to stay at its side, but your convictions to stay by its side, that thing that you're loyal to. But I feel like it's time for you to move forward with a new way of being loyal to it. Maybe being loyal in the background. I don't know what I just meant. But now, how can you help others? Co-create with and collaborate. Recode. Alright, so what I see with this is how you can help others is work with them, create with them, my loyalists, if you want to allow the thing that you're protecting to be safe, or that you want to, if you want to be loyal to it for the rest of your life, you need to work with it in order for it to not want to run and hide or run away from you and be like, oh my God, you're too much, you're overbearing and blah, blah, blah. You have to work with them, co-create with them, co-create this world that you want to create, collaborate with them. And if you have difficulty doing so and you still want to work it out with them, recode it. Recode your subconscious programming so that you can have new installments. Okay, so that is what I have for you guys. Alright, so now how can my loyalists help the world? How can they be loyal? My loyalists, be loyal to the world. That's a conundrum. Okay, I feel like I'm going to have to clarify it one more time. Alright, so with the 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Oh, well, that was for my investigators. So it's wrap up a project. It's going to feel like you're the last push. You need to do the last push, but it's like the last push is mainly waiting for the right timing to pick the project that you are wrapping up. I hope that makes sense. If not, ask questions and it'll be my pleasure to answer. Now, so as I said, for my loyalists, okay, My loyalists, how can you help the world? King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. King of Wands knows what he wants to create, works towards it slowly but surely, knows the steps he needs to take, and is loyal to his project until it is complete. Right, so now, just to make sure, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my loyalists, please come forward and share. Why is Be Loyal the card that came out for how they can help the world? Please, God, angels, and guides. Three of Swords, but I'm not sure I'm going to take it. I'm not going to tie cats. Well, I mean, because maybe the world it's heartbroken, and that's why I need to be loyal to it. Please come forward and clarify why Be Loyal is coming out for how my loyalists can help the world. Please, God, angels, and guides. And you got the world. Okay, this is really you're either being extremely cryptic or you're being extremely literal. That's funny. How you can help the world? My loyalists. Can you hear how funny this is? How my loyalists can help the world is by being loyal to the world in order for it to complete a cycle. So in order for you to see the world complete a cycle, you need to be with the world during this transition, which is going to be difficult for the world to endure. So this is basically referring to this time, this era that we are in. It is going to be hella difficult. A lot of systems are coming down, are breaking down to be rebuilt into something new. Basically, the world is going through a tower moment. Not just one, not just two, but many tower moments. And this is just the beginning point. I feel like we're going to go through this for the next 6 or 7 years. So hold on to your toques. Right? So be loyal to them while they're going through this transition, because they are going to need your help, is what I'm getting. Damn. Spirit's not joking. Okay. So that was it for my loyalists. Now on to my enthusiasts. The individuals who intuitively know what to be enthusiastic about, how long to be enthusiastic about it, and for what aim and what purpose. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my enthusiasts, please come forward and share. Please come forward and share. Please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my enthusiasts, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. And you got trust in God, let go and let God, trust the process. So my enthusiasts, trust the process. You might not fully understand what the process is, how the process is going to come about, but okay, so you are someone who is, I continued, I made a whole another part of the reading, but the video did not take, so I'm going to have to do it again. So what I was getting at is that you are a promoter, okay, my enthusiasts. You get people enthusiastic about things and so on and so forth. And the way that you can get them enthusiastic about something is by rewriting your story, affirmation-wise. Start telling yourself a different story. And this is going to allow you to tell others a different story about themselves, because they are looking at you as someone who they emulate, because you get them enthusiastic about stuff, and you get them up and you get them moving, and that's what they actually want from someone who is a promoter, right? That's what they look for. They look for someone who gets other people interested in the product that is being sold. So this is just saying rewrite your story affirmation wise so that you can better reach your target audience, and with so doing get them more interested in the product that you are trying to promote. I hope that makes sense. If not, ask questions. If not, it would ask away, because it will be my pleasure to answer. Now, how can my enthusiasts help the world? And you got head into something new. And what I was getting at in the first version I did of this portion of the reading is that there is a sense of trusting the process, trusting that things are changing for the better. Sorry, I don't know if the microphone is picking that up, but I think my neighbor is blending something. In either case, so I was talking about this for you guys. There is a sense of change that is coming, because you are trusting that this change that is being asked of you is going to be beneficial for you, and that you are going to have to promote it to get other people interested in it. And the way that you can help the world, my gorgeous enthusiasts, is by heading into something new. I feel like you're trying to promote a project, but on a global scale. And on a global scale, you need to take in more things into account, because you're talking not only gender difference, not only cultural difference, not only religious differences, but you're talking about economic differences, and you are going to definitely have to talk differently to different people from different walks of life. And so this is basically what it's saying to me. Like, I don't know what I said in the first version, but head into something new so that you can promote the project better is what I'm getting. Okay, so that was it for my enthusiasts. All right, for my protectors, I started filming your bit, and the video did not take because it was with the other part of this. It was with the beginning part of the ending part of the enthusiasts. So for my protectors, okay, how you can help yourself. The card that I pulled was Feel Your Emotions, okay, which is number 42, which is what I was picking up on the first time around. And 42 breaks down to a 6 in numerology, and 6s in tarot are very good numbers, because in all suits, the 6 card is a great card. All right, it's a very good, and talking about good things. Okay, 6 of Swords, you're leaving difficult situations behind. 6 of Pentacles, it's equal give and take. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is a victory, publicly recognized victory. And the 6 of Pentacles, Wands, Swords, Cups is talking about someone from your past returning. Yes. So feel your emotions, okay? My gorgeous protectors. Because I feel like you've kind of lost track of why you are doing something, and for you to be really able to like tap into that, you will need to feel your emotions. Also, and I did not pick this. I'm not sure if this is what I said in the other version, but when your emotions are the way that the divine communicates with you. All right, that's how your spirit team talks to you all the time. It is kind of like a guide to you. If you can feel, you can indicate how you're feeling at any given moment, you will know how you feel right then and there. Okay, So be attentive to how you're feeling at any given moment so you can get the best out of the situation that you currently find yourself in. Now, how can my protectors help others? You got start fresh. Okay, yeah, that was exactly what I was, kind of what I was getting. So start fresh with others. I feel like there's a way that you've been working with them on something, but I feel like it's not really assisting anyone at this point. You are not actually protecting someone. You're not protecting them. You are not giving that vibe to them. They want to leave the situation. So you want to you want to start fresh. And that's interesting because start fresh is number 63. Number 63 breaks down to 9 in numerology, and 9 is the number of completion, which would indicate that if you start a new way of doing things, my protectors, with what you're trying to protect, then you will be even closer to achieving your goal, because you will be able to tap into the 9, which is the closest to the 10, right? So that was it. No, that's not it for my protectors. Now, wait, is it? No. How can my protectors help the world? And you got rebuild your confidence. My protectors, I feel like this project that you had to start anew really did a number on you, on your confidence, and I feel like in order for you to get back on on a global scale, you are going to have to rebuild your confidence in order to give the world the impression that you know what you're talking about. Because let's face it, okay, a leader who is confident versus a leader who is not confident, the leader who is confident is definitely going to win more often than not, right? So yes. So that was it for my protectors. All right, now on to my chameleons, the individuals who intuitively know what intuitive style to use in any given situation. And I have to mention that I did film this reading once before and it did not take, so I'm going to do it again. And so what I pulled for you guys is how can you help yourself? I pulled be open to change. And what I was getting the first time around is that you are a chameleon who is not actually listening to your intuition. You are stuck in some way of doing things, in a specific way of doing things, and this is not necessarily going to help you get to your wanted objective for yourself. And I said, in the first version, I said, don't take this the wrong way, because in some situations I'm also a chameleon, so this also applies to me, and so I'm not being mean just because you're a chameleon. I'm just saying what I'm getting, okay? So basically I am not I don't take myself too seriously. I am open to suggestion from spirit, and that is what I suggest you guys do as well. And this is not just for chameleons. This is for anyone who has stuck with me through to this part of the reading. Right now, how can my chameleons help others? And I pulled protect yourself. Now, this was where I was at in the other reading that I needed to cut off and that didn't take. Protect yourself. So my chameleons, the way that you can help others is by protecting yourself. So what I'm picking up on is that there's a specific way you do things that people don't really understand, and that they might never be able to understand because they're not in the same cognitive vicinity as you are, right? So this is just saying, in order to be able to help others to the best of your ability, you're going to have to help yourself first. Protect them from you, or protect yourself from them. Because if you as the teacher, or if you as the parent cannot help the people that you have in your ward, you're not very effective as a parent or a teacher, right? So you have to make sure that you keep yourself in line, in check, and that you're at the top of your game so that you can be of the best help to them. That is what I'm getting. Okay, so now, how can my chameleons help the world? What am I doing? Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good. And you got set boundaries. Set boundaries. How you can help the world, my gorgeous chameleons, is by setting boundaries, letting them know what you can and cannot do. Like, for example, okay, so I can do some energetic healing, but I am still at the beginning stages of my energetic healing endeavor, so it might take me a while, and so I'm gonna have to completely let people know that they can't just allow me to heal them in fully in a minute. It doesn't work that way. It's going to take the time it takes, and also it will take probably more than one session, because there is such a thing as knocking yourself out of your intuitiveness, which is another video series that I do during the week. So you gotta take this with a grain of salt, right? So set your boundaries, because like I said, okay, I was talking about helping people energetically, right? Doing energetic healing. But I was also mentioning the fact that people knock themselves out of their intuitiveness time and time again. And that is what the energetic healing is for, /recode is for, so that you can recalibrate them, bring them back into their how they normally would do things, or how the more healthier way to do things. And we are human beings, and we technically constantly knock ourselves out of our intuitiveness from time to time. So this is just saying, set boundaries when working with people, when working with the world, so that they know that you are going to need more than one it's going to take a time to get to their objective if they don't listen to you, is basically what I'm getting at. I hope that makes sense. If not, ask questions and it'll be my pleasure to answer. So, my gorgeous, that was it for my chameleons, alright? So, my gorgeous triple tears, this is all that I have for you guys this week for this video series. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, I found a little description of this video and the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple seers, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I will see you next Sunday, okay? Bye.